Have you ever caught yourself doing something and thought, wait, why did I just do that? That wasn't even me. Like you start laughing exactly like your best friend, or you pick up a phrase from someone online you've never even met, or suddenly your entire personality is giving discount version of that one influencer vibes. And the scary part? You didn't choose it. It just happened. Hold on, actually, let me ask you something. How many parts of you were downloaded without your permission? Your style, your slang, your confidence or lack of it, your goals, your personality? If you're thinking, okay, wow, maybe a lot, don't panic, or actually panic just a little. Because today you're going to find out that most of the things you do aren't random. They're copied, not intentionally, not consciously, but psychologically. And here's the wildest part. You don't just copy people you admire. You copy people you fear. You copy people you want to impress. You copy people you secretly compete with. And sometimes you even copy people you don't like. Your brain is basically running a background program like downloading personality update. Please do not turn off your humanity. So no, you're not weird. You're not fake. You're not unoriginal. You're human. But today you're going to discover exactly why your brain copies people without you noticing, and how to take back control of the version of yourself you're becoming. Because trust me, once you understand this, you'll never look at your habits, your voice, or your identity the same way again. Today we're breaking down why you copy people without realizing, why it's not always a bad thing, and how it shapes your identity in ways that are kind of scary, but also kind of exciting. So let's jump in. 1. The hidden program in your brain, the mimic code. Let's start with a relatable moment. You're talking to someone with a different accent. 5 minutes in, boom, you're out here sounding like you were born in their hometown. Or you binge a TikToker for a week, and suddenly you're walking around using their catchphrases like they're part of your DNA. Why does this happen? Because your brain has something called mirror neurons. Think of them as tiny psychological copy machines. They activate when you watch someone, listen to someone, or even think about someone you admire, fear, or find interesting. Your brain goes, oh, this person fits in. They seem accepted, confident, loved. Let's be more like them. And just like that, you copy them without choosing to. Here's the fear trigger. Your brain doesn't ask permission. It just does it. Automatically, effortlessly, constantly. 2. You copy to survive. Literally. If you think imitation is something weird or embarrassing, here's the truth. Copying kept humans alive. Back in the old days, you learned everything by imitation. How to eat, how to walk, how to hunt, how to not die. Pretty useful skills. Even today, your brain still believes copying equals safety. When you're around people, especially those you like or want acceptance from, your brain switches into match their behavior so we don't get rejected and end up alone like a sad potato. Fear trigger? You copy people most when you're insecure or when you don't fully know who you are yet. Exciting part? Your style, voice, humor, confidence. They evolve through copying. You didn't invent any of that from scratch. You refined it. 3. The silent influence of people you admire. Here's something wild. You copy people you like, and you copy people you want approval from, but also you copy people you're jealous of. Yeah, your brain is messy like that. Ever notice you start dressing slightly like the people whose lifestyle you envy? Or you adopt the humor of someone you secretly wish you could impress? It's not intentional. It's not creepy. It's psychological gravity. Your mind gravitates toward people who represent a version of you that you either want to be or fear you're not. 4. Social media, the copycat factory. Let's be real. TikTok alone has turned millions of people into clones. One person says, Delulu is the Solulu, and suddenly the whole country is saying it. A random girl starts doing that little sideways lip bite smirk, and 3 days later, every selfie on Instagram looks identical. Why? Because social media doesn't just show trends. It amplifies them. It rewards sameness. It punishes originality until it becomes viral. Your brain, meanwhile, is watching people who are attractive, confident, successful, liked, validated, admired, and it goes, well, time to become them. Fear trigger. You may be shaping your identity based on strangers you've never met. Excitement trigger. You can consciously choose who influences you and build a version of yourself that's stronger, sharper, and more aligned with the life you actually want. So 5. The chameleon effect. You don't even notice you're doing it. There's a psychological phenomenon called the chameleon effect, and it basically means you unconsciously mimic the gestures, facial expressions, tone, posture, and behaviors of people around you. Why? Because it increases social bonding. Your brain thinks copying equals connection. If someone crosses their arms, you might cross yours. If they laugh a certain way, you start laughing like that too. If they talk fast, you talk fast. If they drag out certain words, you drag them out too. Here's the crazy part. They copy you back. Both of you do it without noticing. It's like two human Wi-Fi signals syncing. 6. You copy because you're still building you. This might be the most important part. People think identity is something you discover, like it's hiding behind a tree somewhere. But identity is built, not found. And how do you build it? By learning from other people, by observing, by trying things on, by copying, but with purpose. Everything you are today, your humor, your confidence, your attitude, your values, was shaped by people you watched, admired, feared, or grew up with. And that's not a flaw. That's evolution. Fear trigger. If you don't choose your influences, they will choose you. Excitement trigger. You can build any version of yourself by choosing who you copy. 7. The danger zone. When copying goes too far. Copying is normal until it isn't. Sometimes it crosses into something deeper. Identity loss. You might be copying because you lack confidence, you fear rejection, you want approval too badly, you don't know yourself yet, you think others are better than you. When you copy too much, you end up becoming a blurry reflection of other people. And here's the scary part. You can wake up one day and realize you've been living a personality you didn't choose. But here's where it gets exciting and powerful. You can rebuild your voice, your choices, your identity starting today. 1. Become conscious of your copying. The first step, notice your influences. Ask yourself, which parts of me did I actually choose? Which habits or style are just borrowed from someone else? Who affects my identity the most? And do they deserve that power? Awareness creates control. 2. Copy intentionally, not accidentally. There's a difference between copying people to fit in and copying people to level up. If someone you admire is more confident, copy that energy. If someone has discipline, copy their habits. If someone has emotional maturity, copy their mindset. But don't copy their entire personality. Use their influence to shape your own. 3. Build a you that's inspired, not imitated. This is where transformation happens. Your personality isn't a blank slate. It's a collage, a mix, a merge, a remix of everything you've absorbed. But your goal isn't to recreate someone else. It's to take the best pieces and build something original. The most powerful version of you is a blend of your experiences, your values, your chosen influences, your unique flaws, your authentic voice. And guess what? Nobody else in the world can copy that. 4. The final emotional punch. Here's the truth you didn't expect. You don't copy people because you're weak. You copy because you're human. You copy because your brain is wired for connection, for belonging, for survival. But the moment you become aware of it, you stop being a passenger in your identity and become the driver. Imagine waking up one day and thinking, every part of me is mine. I chose this. That level of self-awareness, that's where confidence is born. And that right there is your superpower. If this video helped you understand yourself a little deeper, or made you laugh because now you're suddenly be aware of every tiny thing you copy, then stick around. I make videos that help you understand your mind, your behavior, and the psychology behind why you do what you do, even when you don't realize it. So if you want more content that hits like this, make sure you subscribe, because the next video, it might just reveal something about yourself you never saw coming.